All right, today I'll be going over this Superman-inspired MOGRT, and this is inspired from the new 2025 Superman movie by James Gunn, and more particularly the end credits. And as you can see here, you can change the color, you can write whatever you want, and it even comes with these nice little glows here at the top and bottom. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So what you'll do is you'll come over here. And by the way, we're in Windows Workspace, Caption and Graphics. And you'll come over here to the Caption Graphics tab and then select this button to install your Superman MOGRTs. And you can click one at a time and install them. You can also open up your Finder or Explorer and click and drag them into this window over here. I'm gonna hit cancel because I already have this motion graphic template installed, and you can see it's going to look really quite weird in this preview window. That should serve as a reminder when you bring this in to your timeline. It looks fine. However, it's good practice to click on it and go over to your effects controls and change the blend mode to screen. And the reason for that, if we go ahead and undo that, put that back to normal, and we take a black video, or really any video with dark attributes, you're gonna see we have these strange artifacts from the After Effects composition. Changing the blend mode to screen will fix that up. And I would do that first thing, because what you're not gonna want happen is you're not gonna wanna, copy and paste, Control-C, Command-C, Control-V, Command-V, and make changes and have this whole long composition and then realize, maybe you want to put some stars in the background or something, and you don't want to have to go through every single one of these and change them to screen individually. So because I did it first, when I copied and pasted it, it copied and pasted that attribute as well. So now I'm going to come up here to properties and just show you a little bit what we can do. I try to keep it fairly simple. You will need to add the Adobe font Montserrat. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Extra bold. And then you can come in here and you can say, you really whatever you want, story by, and you can write here, you can write your name in here. And it's best practice to keep them capital letters, but I wanted to allow you that flexibility should you not want to do that. Now the cool thing about this is that if you wanted to add someone else's name, so hit enter to go down to the next line, someone else. Now this is cool. It's going to dynamically update its position. So if I click off, it's still centered. But the problem is we get this issue with the story by, which is why I've included up here a position control for the subtitle. So I can move this up. And you'll notice that as you adjust it, the shine streak effect, the blur here, also updates. So if I bring it down here below, you can see now that the shine is pointing downwards. It's all based off the center of the composition. And the nice thing here too is that I can just delete this completely, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now you can go down to 3 lines, but I wouldn't do more than that. It's just going to get a little too, the animation is only really designed for 3. So it still looks good, but if I start adding more lines and more lines, one, it's going to slow things down a bit. I guess it doesn't look terrible, but so I guess, okay. An earlier test, the animation was going a little bit weird after multiple lines, but it seems to be doing fine there. But then again, it just gets a little too convoluted. So okay, so then one other thing that we can do here is we can change the color to really whatever color you want. And a nice tip here is that if you find the red is just a little maybe too vibrant, too strong, you can select a little bit darker color, and I think that ends up looking pretty good. You could even go a little lighter and play around with it. Last thing you can do, you can see these gleams here at the top and the bottom, and they change the color. They change with this color dynamically as well. But you can actually just, you can get rid of one of them or both of them. So you can select the bottom, you can select the top, have them both turned on. And then when I was making the, to kind of show off some of the marketing, I also wanted to be able to make a YouTube short. And what I did is I brought the text in here just from the other timeline and just, scaled it down. This bottom layer here, just the MOGRT with the text deleted. And after I put this all together, I thought about it and I was like, well, why don't I just make one for social media? So that's what this graphic is. So I click and drag that in here. And now you've got the same motion graphic template that fits for social media. And originally I thought, well, I'll just make it vertical. And then I thought, well, why don't I make it square so you can also use it on all your social media? And so if you come over here and you scale this down, you'll see it's a little bit hard to tell right there, but it is a square composition. So I'm gonna bring this back up to 100 just to demonstrate. If we go to the beginning here where it's bright right there, this is gonna show it off a little bit better. So I bring that down. And you can see we've got a square. There's two reasons I did that one. So you can, obviously use it in different types of social media videos. But also, if you felt like you needed a little bit more room on the text here, see we're kind of on the edge, you would be able to bring it down a little bit. 77 is about where it would max out. I mean, really, you could bring it down just about as much as you want and it looks fine. It's just at the very beginning, you see it gets cut off here at the top and the bottom, and bring that up to 77, and that's about where it maxes out. So when you go to purchase, both of these are included in one pack. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you find that useful, and who knows what the future will bring.